today's ceremony and ask visitors to help us keep our airmen healthy and safe. We ask guests to take special precautions while visiting their loved ones here in basic military training. Please wash your hands frequently and utilize hand sanitizer. Cover your mouth when coughing or sneezing, and avoid attendance at ceremonies if you are experiencing flu-like symptoms. Hand sanitizer is available throughout the parade area. These simple precautions will help keep Joint Base San Antonio Lackland flu-free. Thank you. Today's Basic Military Training Graduation Parade is a celebration of the achievements of these graduating airmen. It is also a ceremony that both teaches and appreciates our Air Force military heritage. Drill is an integral part of military history, a prominence that rests on the fact that its fundamental purpose was to prepare troops for battle. For the most part, drill procedures practiced in the past were identical to the tactical maneuvers employed on the battlefield. It was this aspect of drill which made it such an important part of training. Even today, drill remains a necessary and useful training activity for instilling discipline and esprit de corps. Over 220 years ago, General Washington enlisted the assistance of Baron von Steuben, a distinguished Prussian officer, to help instill discipline. Baron von Steuben arrived at Valley Forge in February of 1778, facing an army of several thousand undisciplined, half-starved, wretched men in rags. To correct these conditions, he set to work immediately and wrote regulations designed to teach the discipline of drill to a model company of 120 selected men. Discipline became a part of the military for these individuals as they learned to respond to commands without hesitation. As they mastered the art of drill and began to work as a team, this group developed a collective sense of pride in themselves and in their unit. Watching this model company perform, observers were amazed to see how quickly and efficiently the troops could be massed and maneuvered into different battle formations. Later, members of this model company were assigned throughout the regular army to teach drill. It was through this simple emphasis on drill that the effectiveness and efficiency of Washington's Continental Army were improved. In 1789, Baron von Steuben wrote the American Army's first field manual, the regulations for the order and discipline of the troops of the United States. The drill procedures placed into effect at Valley Forge were not changed for over 85 years, and many of these same procedures are still in use today. One form of drill is the salute. Since early times, men of arms have used some form of salute as an exchange of greeting, the most popular of which has been the hand salute. This exchange has been preserved and its use continues in all modern militaries which inherit their traditions from the age of chivalry. Throughout today's ceremony, you will see the airmen presenting arms as one form of the military salute. The civilian counterpart of the salute is manifested in various ways, such as placing the right hand over the heart when the national anthem is played or raising the hand when greeting a friend. The military salute is given in the same manner as a gesture of recognition and a friendly greeting to a comrade in the honorable profession of arms. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the playing of the Air Force song, the reciting of the oath of enlistment, and the Airman's Creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem and as it passes during the review. Military members in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem and after the flags have passed, you may then return your hand to your side. We also ask that all cell phones and other electronic devices be silenced at this time. As the flights pass in review, applause is appropriate, but please limit that applause so that others may hear the narration of the names and hometowns of the military training instructors. Please reserve the strictest respect during our oath of enlistment. During this oath, airmen pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. For the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you remain in place until our distinguished guests have left the reviewing stand and departed the area. Restroom facilities are located in the buildings on either side of the parking lot, and during this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. Finally, Please do not go into the grassy areas when taking photos during the ceremony. And now, I'd like to take a moment to inform you on specific flight locations on the parade field. As viewed from the bleachers, from your left to your right, the first two flights to pass and review today are from the 331st Training Squadron, flights 477 and 478. The next two flights are from the 323rd Training Squadron, flights 479 and 480. In the center of the parade field are the 737th Training Groups, Drum and Bugle Corps, Warrior Flight B487 and Honor Flight B488 from the 322nd Training Squadron. The flights selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 323rd Training Squadron, flights 483 and 484. They are followed by flights 481 and 482 from the 321st Training Squadron. The last two flights to pass and review today are from the 323rd Training Squadron, flights 485 and 486. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you, and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Singleton.
Let us pray. Father God, you said, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. We thank you for the opportunity to honor and celebrate these airmen's accomplishments and success stories on this proud day. Thank you for the sacrifices and overwhelming support of their loved ones and instructors who have mentored, motivated, and encouraged them through their process. Father, as they transition from basic military training, we ask that you would bestow upon them good judgment, tenacity, moral courage, and competence to excel in their daily duties, career fields, and life as they continue to serve our country. We bless them with your blessings. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Singleton. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The host and reviewing official of today's Basic Military Training Graduation Parade, Colonel Trent H. Edwards, Commander, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, would like to recognize the following distinguished guests, beginning with Colonel Edwards' wife Vanessa and their son Dylan. The Vice Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel Kendra Matthews, her husband Walter, and son Joseph. From the 737th Training Group, the Commander, Colonel Michelle Edmondson, and her husband Dave. The Superintendent, Chief Master Sergeant Richard Sutherland. We are also privileged to have with us this morning the Honorable Tim Moffitt, representative from the North Carolina House of Representatives, 116th District, Raleigh, North Carolina, and his wife, Dina. Major General Eugene Kleinot, United States Army, retired. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, 366 Fighter Wing, Mountain Home Air Force Base, Idaho, Chief Master Sergeant Alex Del Valle and his wife, Caroline. Although time does not permit us to introduce all our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. The airmen who will pass and review today have completed a demanding 8-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. They will lead the way for the thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Captain Stephen Bush, Flight Commander, 320th Training Squadron. Colonel Edwards will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Senate 37 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, Honor Flight Streamer. The Honor Flight Streamer is awarded to the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight B488, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 23 June 2014 through 15 August 2014. Signed, Michelle Edmondson, Colonel, United States Air Force.
the command in review.
Give your squadron order on! Move down! Command in review!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 35,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest air force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven their academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. All warrior airmen of character have participated in a rigorous competition for the coveted award of Honor Flight, a significant accomplishment which only one flight per graduating class is able to achieve. Honor Flight can only be awarded to a flight that achieved excellence in all facets of basic military training. Today, Flight B488 from the 322nd Training Squadron is recognized as the honor flight for this graduating class. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass in review, they will march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The airmen recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 7 Medals of Honor, 23 Air Force Crosses, and 162 Silver Stars, awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737 Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, 322nd Training Squadron, flights B487 and B488. These flights are performing today under the direction of Staff Sergeant David Evans, hometown, Alpine, Texas. These trainees are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like for you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed in review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests opportunity to view the flights as they pass in review. Passing in review, our Commander of Airmen is Captain Stephen Bush, Flight Commander, 328 Training Squadron, hometown, Oak Park, Illinois. The Drum and Bugle Corps, Warrior Flight B487 and Honor Flight B488 from the 322nd Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Thomas Lau, hometown, Minot North Dakota, and Technical Sergeant Veronica Castillo, hometown, Phoenix, from the 323rd Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Paul Strebel, hometown, Houston, Texas.
Hey! Hey!
The flight selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Flight 483 and Flight 484, led by Technical Sergeant Jennifer Athridge, hometown, Carville, Texas, and Technical Sergeant Michael Smith, hometown, Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey! Reset. Up! Hey! Run up! Hunt!
The B Squadron Commander is Captain Eric Hoffman, Flight Commander, 323rd Training Squadron, hometown, Sikeston, Missouri.
Order. Hunt!
Flight 481 from the 321st Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Aaron Harris, hometown, Owen, Wisconsin.
Hey! Hunt!
Flight 482 from the 321st Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Danielle Lytle, hometown, Dayton, Ohio. Flight 485 from the 323rd Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Justin Macedonio, hometown, East Northport, New York. Flight 486 from the 323rd Training Squadron, led by Staff Sergeant Ryan Willoughby, hometown, Schertz, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 8.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilian into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest air force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will attend technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 130 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our Squadron Honor graduates as well as their families. Basic Military Training Honor graduates distinguished themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 8 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of America's airmen for the support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known.
Take flags down! U.S. 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 flags down! U U.S. flags down!
Colonel Edwards will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? I've got one question for you. Do they look sharp, or do they look sharp? Outstanding. I want to say thanks to all the moms and dads and aunts and uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, friends, loved ones. Thank you for being here to support your son, daughter, or loved one. What they've accomplished is important, and they did it with the love, support, and understanding from you, their family members. And so for that, I want to say thank you for bringing them to us. I also want to say, throughout those families, that there are veterans that have served. If you're a veteran and have served your nation, please stand up so we can thank you for your service. Our nation is the greatest nation that it is because of the blood, the sweat, and the tears of those that have served before, those that serve today, and those that will serve tomorrow. Part of that family, that extended family, if you will, is the MTI Corps. Your son or daughter came to us as an American citizen, and they have transitioned to trainee, and they stand before you, an American airman. And in a moment, they will take an oath. But there was a team of folks that were incredibly significant in getting them to this point. And those are the MTIs. The folks that for the last 8.5 weeks have been with them every step of the way, motivating them, inspiring them, disciplining them, and getting them to this point. It's a tough job, ladies and gentlemen. Long, long hours, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. And those MTIs do that on behalf of the nation. And they do that with the team of flight commanders and chiefs and squadron commanders. But the day-to-day contact, the most important impression left on these young men and women are the MTIs. If you're a member of the MTI Corps, please stand up and be recognized so we can thank you for what you've done to get these young men and women where they are today. Please join me in applauding the MTI Corps. All right, so I'm the only thing standing between you and your son or daughter. And I'm smart enough to know that you want to go see them. So I'll make the rest of this very quick. To our airmen, congratulations on a job very well done. You should be proud of your accomplishments. We are extremely proud of you. You have low crawled through Texas mud. You've been battle tested with bugle sticks, and you've conquered the beast. You should be proud of what you've accomplished. This is a significant day because in one aspect, your BMT journey comes to an end, but not your Air Force journey. I would submit to you, you're about to start a new chapter. You will transition to tech training at various locations throughout the country. But hold true, hold fast, and hold dear to what you learned here at basic military training. Integrity, service, excellence, treating our wingmen with dignity and respect, taking care of each other, taking care of the mission, taking care of our Air Force and the United States of America. I'm proud to serve along beside you. And so with that, I have just one question to ask. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest airmen? What do you think? I think they're ready. Do they sound ready? They sound ready to me. welcome them.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Edwards will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the officers appointed over me. According to regulations in the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations and welcome to the world's greatest Air Force.
Thank you, Colonel Edwards. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airman recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman.
Sticks up, pick him up. Sticks up, drummers, in place cadence. One,
Thank you.
two,
Please be seated.
cadence. Play.
your left to your right. The first two flights are from the 331st Training Squadron, flights 477 and 478. The next two flights are from the 323rd Training Squadron, flights 479 and 480. They are followed by flights 481 and 482 from the 321st Training Squadron. The last two flights are from the 323rd Training Squadron, flights 485 and 486. Airmen in the state flag mast, flights 483 and 484 from the 323rd Training Squadron will be released to their visitors at the equipment locker to your left after they secure the flags. Airmen in the Drum and Bugle Corps, Warrior Flight B487 and Honor Flight B488 from the 322nd Training Squadron will meet their family members at the north side bleachers near the equipment lockers after they have secured their instruments. Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving on to the grassy areas. For your safety, we also ask that you only use the stairs to exit the bleachers. All airmen are now released to their visitors. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the rest of your stay at Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas.